Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? Oh, sorry. I don't know why I chose right then to fiddle with my mic. Just then. Anyway, sorry. So welcome to the first week's update for November for the movie Marquee challenge that I'm doing with Sandy from Crochet Canada. Hi, Sandy. This is the update that I thought would not happen. I knew it would happen, but I thought I was going to be super mondo late, and I actually got a lot further along than I thought. So let me start by saying hi, hello. If you're new to the channel, which I know we have a lot of new members, thank you so much for watching. If you have not seen the movie Marquee challenge videos from previous weeks / months past, this is the brainchild that Sandy had, and we have been taking turns back and forth picking movies at random. Like, we put a bunch of movies in, I put it in a little cauldron, she put it in a Canada hat at the beginning of the year. So I'm not saying like completely at random, but like we picked a bunch of movies then, and now we're drawing them at random. And we're taking turns. So like this month is Sandy's month, for example. Last month was mine. We're showing you guys the movie posters, and we are inviting you to join us also. We have, like, I have both of our Facebook groups linked down below. Sandy also has them in her videos. But we are drawing inspiration from all the colors, whatever colors, however many or few may be in the poster. Which is the challenge, right? The challenge is sometimes there are only a few colors, so challenge. But, or sometimes there's so many that your brain can't, my brain anyway, can't think like, which ones do I want to, you know, pick out of here and here and here and here. Challenge. So anyway, we're making a project from the colors inspired from the movie posters. And, I am doing blankets. I have been doing blankets all year long. Sandy is doing a mixture of things. She's doing different things. She's doing blankets. She's doing wearables. She's doing a wall hanging. I mention the wall hanging every chance I get because it's really great. I forget what month it was, but the movie was Black Widow that she did that for. It was so cool. You're just going to have to go check it out. She has a playlist. I've been awful at keeping up on my playlist. My playlist has my videos in it, but I have been awful at adding Sandy's or anybody else's that have done like a hashtag movie Marquee in their titles or anything. I had meant to keep up with that, and then that just, I have a couple of videos from other folks who aren't me. And then I like, it's so easy to do mine, or mine wouldn't be in there either. When I upload, it's so easy to just check that, you know. Anyway, not the point. So the point is that, this month was Sandy's month, and I am going to show you the movie. Well, I'm going to tell you the movie that she picked, and then I'm going to show you which poster I decided to use. She picked the movie Twilight. Prefacing that by saying I've never seen the Twilight movies because I'm sorry. I know a lot of you guys like Twilight, and I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not knocking the movies. I just have had no interest in watching them. I am a huge not Robert Pattinson fan. I don't hate him or anything. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to turn this into a hate anybody thing. He's not, you know, if David Harbour or Joe Keery was in it, I'd have been there. Fangirling, loving it from the start. So I totally am not knocking anybody who loves Robert Pattinson. I understand the fangirling and everything else, and just having favorite actors, and maybe just the movie appealed to you. It may not be anything about the actors, and that's totally cool. Don't get me wrong, not knocking it. All I'm saying is that I haven't watched it, and I haven't wanted to watch it. That's all I'm saying. I don't know why I felt the need to like justify that so bad. There's been other movies that I just haven't seen for one reason or another in this challenge. So I just felt that I didn't want anybody to think I was like, because I know a lot of people knock the Twilight movies just to knock them or like to hate on them. I'm not doing that. Just didn't want people to think I was. Anyway, so Sandy picked Twilight, and she said any of the posters she would be cool with. So what I did was I looked through them, the posters, and like, yes, the first one that I saw was, you know, pretty much like really muted toned, like grays, blacks, etc. Then I found Breaking Dawn, because I had a yarn that I really wanted to use that fit most things. And in the Breaking Dawn poster, the werewolf guy, whatever his name is, he's wearing like a really dark green shirt. So I was like, that's my in color. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use Mandala Harpy. But then I changed my mind. I'm still using a mandala. I had very much wanted to use a mandala, was the thing. And then I found this poster right here, which is a poster that I found just when I Googled. And it's, I believe, for Breaking Dawn again. Is that even the movie name? There's Twilight, Breaking Dawn, and New Moon, Full Moon, Twilight Moon, Harvest Moon? Anyway, that's really not important. This one I'm pretty sure is for... I can't even think of the name of it now. I'm so not a good person. Not a good YouTuber anyway. Breaking Dawn, that's it. And it has like what I use the term Technicolor for a lot of different things. But to me they've like Technicolored out a lot of the colors. So they're a little like vivid yet drab, if that makes sense. The colors are brought forth and they're very muted, if that makes more sense. So the color palette that I was choosing was from a lot of the like sunset. There was like a yellowy and almost like a greenish color to it, and that's what I mean by Technicolored. It's not your traditional sunset looking, but it is obviously a sunset or dawn. The dawn, because I just realized Breaking Dawn. Anyway, there are still, and then like the skin tone, there's different skin tones because obviously the different actors have a different skin tone to each of them. And then stuff like Robert Pattinson's character looks almost, and I was about to say looks almost dead, and I know because he's a vampire, I know. But I mean, like, Robert Pattinson looks like his lips are not a natural lip color. They're almost this purpley tint, and I don't know if he's that way in the movies or if it's just this poster. I have no idea. But I thought a lot of these colors picked out here and there amongst that poster anyway, so taking that poster down, hopefully by now I have edited it down. But I decided to use the color mandala in Warlock, if you're familiar. I didn't, of course, bring the cake in, but you'll see the colors in just a moment. And I needed very badly to do something easy this month, because for those of you who know, I have 2 new puppies. One is a young dog. Oh, that's Otis. He's 2.5 years old that we just adopted. And one is a puppy who literally just turned 4 months old on Monday. And they're quite the handful, and I knew I wouldn't have anything extremely complicated done. Yeah, so that it just didn't happen, right? I also thought I was going to be writing for my NaNoWriMo month, but so far that is what has really suffered. But it's okay. I will realign my goals for that, and I'll get a fanfic written eventually for that. But I needed a very simple pattern. This is a pattern by Creative Grandma, or at least it's a stitch video for it. I don't know if this is like her own pattern, but it's at least a stitch video for it, where she did like a sample for the blanket. It's a video. I will try to remember to link it down below, but it's called like Easy Stitch Afghan or something like that. And what I saw when I noticed it was, okay, so I tried to design things from the movie into it, and this is a fail. This is a stretch. It's such a stretch, you guys. But let me show you first what I've got, because I'm rather proud of the amount. See, now if you weren't familiar with the name Warlock, do you at least know which colors it is now? So it is, as you see, going to actually be like lapgen slash baby type size. I think that it is too holy for Maverick's claws, because otherwise Maverick would have a little blankie. He does like cuddling in my blankets, but then he likes to get clawsy. So he may not be a crochet dog. I'm not sure yet. Maybe when he gets older and he calms down a little bit. But as you can see, it's in a ripple pattern, and it's got this lovely, beautiful texture to it. I wish you could feel it, because it makes this, it's a 3-weight yarn. This is balled up, but it's a 3-weight yarn that I wouldn't call it the softest yarn on the planet. It's not harsh. It's not harsh. It's not like Old Red Heart or anything like that. And it's fairly soft. Like most of you are familiar with mandala. I'm just trying to describe it. It's fairly soft. It's not a latte cake by any means. I wouldn't, like, it would be a stretch to even call it like the texture or the softness of it as Red Heart with Love. Like, I don't think it's that soft, but it's there. Like, I mean, it's not, again, it's not harsh or anything, but let me tell you what, the texture makes this so like squishy and soft, and I want to make a bigger size blanket like this because it's gorgeous. The feel of it's gorgeous. It's delightful to wear. Like, the best word I can describe it in. It is delightful. I have 3 cakes of this that I would like to use up. I think it's going to use maybe 2.5. We'll see. Maybe I can come up with some creative border if I have the time also. Although these blankets, I don't tend to put a border on. I feel like they look great, just borderless. But we'll see. Maybe if nothing else, I can border at the top and bottom, maybe. I don't know yet. I don't even know if that'll be a thing. We'll see. But, yeah, this is about 1 ball in. The only reason why this is here as a small ball is this is the middle of my second cake. I'm very slightly color controlling it. I'm letting it fall wherever it falls as far as this goes. But the cake, my last cake, ended in red. There's only, let me see if I can find where the ends are. Yeah, they were right here. No, they weren't. That was my loop. Where are you, ends? I know you're here. Just making a fool of me now. Oh, right here. So right here is where my last cake ended, right? And the next cake was going to begin in this blue, this turquoise blue, and then it was going to go through this repeat again and into red, which that would have been fine. But this little like in-between color right here, I wanted that to go with the red and into the blue, and then the outside of the cake I'm using is blue, and it starts to transition down into these colors. So it'll basically make a bigger red stripe the way that I'm doing it. I just cut the red, and it was between the red and then this transition red and purple color here. I don't need the stitch marker. When I counted out the chains, I had Maverick running around my feet, so I counted out 100 and then left it at that in case I needed to pull out and go back. Anyway, so it's going to end up being, this red stripe is going to be thicker, and then it's going to go into this in between blue-red and into the blue, and that's where this ball stops. And then I'll start with the rest of the cake, and it'll go a little bit more blue, and then into the greenish blue and yellow, and then down, and it's going to end, I believe, in the purple, because in the transition between purple and red. So if it ended up being just 2 cakes in the blanket, it would basically be a mirror of like where it met in the middle at red, but it would otherwise mirror the colors out, which I don't know. I really am digging this color. I got Warlock because I used, what is it called, Magician, in a shawl quite a while ago for like a crochet along with Christy from Crochet Creations with Christy. And I just really liked it. And I don't know, I felt like Warlock was the opposite of Magician or Wizard. It was called Wizard. So like for some, I don't know, but I ended up buying whatever cakes were on clearance at Walmart at the time. And I'm guessing they were just clearancing out labels because they do have Warlock back again now. But I had gotten like 3 cakes of it. So like this ball was one ball that I had sitting around with no label even from the store. And then my other 2 have labels. But I had been decided that I was going to do a ball of this and then do a ball of the Harpy and just make it kind of scrappy, even because I wanted to use that Harpy so bad for this movie. But I think it'll look better just as Warlock. So I'm going to do that. And I really do like this. I'm going to end up making a bigger blanket later. But yeah. So, and the funny thing is, here's the funny thing. This isn't exactly related to anything except for this blanket itself. But when I was married to my ex-husband, he had a blanket that his grandma had made him. And it was like I still remember it, like a blue, light blue. It was kind of a blue ombre. Like she used 3 different blues and then a white or cream. She used a cream. And it was like, actually it was almost this cream color. Like this skin color tan, I should say. It's not like cream, but it's like a creamy tan. Anyway, totally not the point. And he had gotten a stain on it. And he was very upset. And I remember when I was with him, when I was first learning to crochet. And I told him, like, I'll figure it out eventually. I'll figure out what blanket pattern this is, and I'll make you another one, just like it. And that was like the one crochet thing that he was actually pretty excited about. Like later he was okay with a few things, but he was pretty excited that I was going to figure that out and do it. And then we got divorced and I never figured it out. And I realized doing this, I am 99% positive this is that stitch. So too bad, I guess he missed out on getting the blanket done. Too bad we're not on good terms. I don't know. I just found that kind of amusing because like this many years later, I figure out what it was. But yeah, this blanket is really squishy, you guys, and I love it. Oh, I did tell you I was gonna, so these are just 2 double crochets right here. And when you go back through, you make a double crochet in the top or in the middle of the 2 double crochets. It's not a V-stitch because there's no chain. It's just the 2 double crochet cluster basically with it breaking into it from the next row. And to me, they look like little V's. Like not V stitches necessarily, but they look like V's. So I was like, well, V for vampire. That's the closest relation to the movie that I really have besides the colors. So, yeah. I know this isn't the most creative month I've ever done, but I definitely wanted to make sure with Maverick and Otis kind of underfoot a lot that I got it completed. So, yeah, hopefully you guys like it. I really like it. I really like it. Like I definitely will be making a bigger one in the future. If not from this color, from something else. But, yeah. So anyway, that's all I got for you. That was the first update, and I did get a cake done this week. So I picked it because it was a quick pattern, and it is. I think I would have been a lot further along had I had more time, like my usual amount of time before the puppies. I would have had it really far done. It works up really fast. Hopefully I remember to link it down below. But anyway, if you want to participate, like I said, if you pick a different poster than the one that Sandy has, show us which one you use and yeah, post it in our Facebook group and we will love it if you do that. My words are starting to escape me, but so that's a good time to end, I suppose. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to the subscribers who have been here for a long, long time. I know there's a lot of you that I talk to quite regularly, and I know and I appreciate all the new people as well. So yeah, hopefully you like it here and you decide to stick around because we're a fun little group. I think we are. I love my YouTube family. So, make sure to go to Sandy's channel if you have not and, show her some Yarny love, subscribe, like, comment, do all the fun stuff for her too. And, I promise you're going to like her. Like she's wild, like in a good way, wild. You will love her. yeah, that's all I got. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.